Hey everybody, this is rosanamod, your vessel and host. It's 222. This is about Shipt, so if you're a shopper, this is my opinion and my experience that I'm sharing with you. Let's make that clear. Okay. So, in regarding bonuses, when you're a Shipt shopper, you get bonuses random, sometimes usually during a holiday, like for example, Independence Day. Now, of course, I didn't get any thing for that weekend, which would have been nice. But sometimes, I used to get them. It's been a couple of months since I've gotten any. And they're about maybe $20 bonuses for 4 orders or $60 bonuses for whatever, and up to 100 that I've seen, $100 for maybe 8 or 10 orders. Bundles or more than one order is a bundle. That's counted individually. So if you do a bundle, that's 2 orders, which goes towards your, bonus. Now, a lot of these bonuses are time sensitive, so sometimes it's just Target stores between 4 and 9 p.m. Other times it's different stores, but it's usually Target stores. Okay, if it's a promo, then you don't get it. It's not, you can't do it. If it's late, then it's not counted. So you have to be very careful. Now, I've noticed that when I've done the bonuses, certain things will happen that prevent me from getting the bonuses. And many times I've gotten so close to the big money where I'm just short one order, and it's usually because of either I'm late on one of them, so it doesn't count, and it's not even my fault. The app stops working, or it's frozen, or something happens to that last order, or that person all of a sudden wants to add more stuff, and I don't know. There's always some kind of issue that happens that prevents me from getting the bonus. So the other day, I'm shopping and I see this guy, and I mentioned this already in my last episode, 219, about the Shipt tips. And this guy came out of nowhere. He's got 2 carts, one in each hand, literally running down the hallway. So I'm very curious, and I think he's new, so I kind of want to help him out. So when he was stopped, I went over there to him and I was like, "Hey, are you a Shipt shopper?" "Yes, I am." "Okay." I said, so I started asking, what's going on? You're in a hurry, you calm down. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm just trying to help him out, right? No, he's been doing it for 4 years, like even longer than me. And he says, I just got to get that $150 bonus. And I didn't know what to say because I didn't get that notification for any kind of bonus. So I looked at my phone. I didn't see anything there. So of course I'm curious. Where's this bonus? How come he's got a bonus and I don't? Why? We've been doing it for about the same amount of time. I'm 3 years. He's 4 years. Okay. So I'm newer. I should be getting this bonus. So I sent them an email. First, I sent them a chat. And on the chat, they told me they cannot answer that question. Please forward all of your questions to shopper support. So this is what I did. Met a shopper today who asked if I got my bonus yet. I haven't seen a bonus in 2 months. Why is it I haven't gotten a chance at one lately? And where is the bonus tracker? Now, I don't know what the bonus tracker is, but I heard that there is a bonus tracker on the app. I looked it up on the help part and I didn't see it. So I don't know what's going on with that. They replied, a good 3 days later. "Hi, Rosanna. Thank you for reaching out to us. I am so sorry for any cause for concern. Our market operations team will create and offer specific bonuses based on different sets of criteria." Okay, so I'm thinking maybe the stats have something to do with it. If you're not, if you don't have good stats, or if you don't have, if you have a lot of latenesses or a lot of dropped orders. Okay, I can see that. While we cannot share these criteria, the number of required orders, retailers, and bonus amounts may change with each newly posted bonus, depending on its other requirements and time period. Additionally, bonuses may not always be offered to every shopper in a metro. Therefore, there may be times that you are eligible for a bonus while other shoppers are not, and vice versa, such as this specific situation. Don't be discouraged though. Any bonus opportunities that you are eligible for will be communicated to you via in-app messaging and email, so keep an eye out for those in the future. Let us know if we can help with anything else, and have a great day. Okay. I wanted to break that one part down because when I read it, I could not get my eyes off of that one part. They will create and offer specific bonuses based on different sets of criteria. And while we cannot share these criteria, why? Why can you not share the criteria? Why is this not transparent? I ask that because if this was in an email for a big Fortune 500 company and a CEO, from the CEO or the owner, and he sends this out to all of the employees in the sales department, they'd all be, yay, we have a chance at bonuses. All right, specific bonuses and different sets of criteria. What are the criteria? Everybody's going to ask that. But they're telling you that they cannot share these criteria. And then they add, which is already, if you're not transparent about that, you have to ask yourself why. It's either the reason is unethical, or is it illegal? What is it? Why don't you want to share that? That's important that we know that. And then it adds, additionally, bonuses may not always be offered to every shopper in a metro. Okay, why? Because of the criteria. Therefore, there may be times that you're eligible for bonuses while others are, and vice versa, or not, and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, stop. So they're not really saying a damn thing. This email has not told me anything that I didn't know. All it is a lot of fluff, ending with, let us know if we can be of any help, and da-da-da, and blah, 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 So I'm like, okay, this is not right. Something's not right. So I replied with, offered the same metro, but not to all shoppers. Interesting. But you can't tell me what the criteria is for the specific shoppers that are chosen. Well, thanks for your time. What else am I going to say? But they replied, thank you for reaching out. I understand your concern about the metro offer not being extended to all shoppers and the lack of clarity regarding to the selection criteria. I apologize for any confusion this may have caused. If you have any further questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. What? Okay. Please help me to dissect that, which is the same exact email as the first one with less words. So, and somebody else wrote it. Not the first girl. So this other girl was like, hey, the first one probably was like, hey, this is that troublemaker again. You need to reply to her because I'm going to rip my hair out if she asks me one more freaking question. So in other words, you're not going to tell me anything. There is a lack of clarity. You admitted it. Not being extended to all shoppers, and the lack of clarity regarding the selection criteria. You said it right here. You admitted it, that there is lack of clarity regarding selection criteria. And you're going to leave it there. I apologize that you're confused, but we don't care. In other words. Okay, so my response to that was, I appreciate your time and letting me know you understand my confusion. I'm sure it'll all get cleared up soon, and I'm hoping that it will, because this is really confusing. So with that said, and with that understanding of what's going on, selection of the shoppers that get the bonuses. But if I look around and I see the shoppers around me, the newer shoppers that are around me, I notice a trend. I notice a specific type of shopper, and I've noticed that that specific type of shopper does not fit into my stereotype of this type of shopper. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. You could do whatever you want with that. I am just very curious to find out if there are any other shoppers with Shipt that have noticed that. So I'm trying to figure out a solution to this. Now, I know the solution to the tips was you get the people to send you to give you cash, or you connect with the customer and ask them, or you just send them back. Did you just send me a $20 tip? I just want to make sure, because I'm getting different, I just want to make sure I'm not getting ripped off. That's all. Not by you, but I just want to make sure that this is clear on both ends. I've already spoken to a few customers who have agreed to do this for me, because they too are on board as far as what's going on. A lot of them have come to me, like I said, and said, hey, I heard there's a rumor, not by me, but there's a rumor online, which there is, that they're stealing tips. So I'm wondering, so if they are stealing tips, I'm not saying that they are, why wouldn't they be doing this with the bonuses? The bonus is not to get you rich or to help you out. That's what I want people to understand. When you get a bonus, it's not to help you out. It's to help themselves out, because what they're doing is they're gaining more traction and more orders being filled on time, because they know if we put that little thing in there that says, you're not going to get this bonus if you're late on this order, we know they're going to try their best to get it on time. So the members are happy because they're getting all their orders on time, right? And Shipt gets a better star review. Like, oh, I love Shipt. They're getting, all of my orders always come in on time, Then they're the ones that are really gaining from this. You're gaining from it too if you're getting the bonus, but those of us who don't are not, because I could be busting my ass doing 10 orders a day on hard orders. And I mean hard because they're either far away and I don't really want to drive, but I do, or $6 orders that are like nothing, which I do, or they're heavy. They've got a lot of like cases of water, which I do. And then at the same time, this other shopper is telling me I'm getting a $150 bonus if I do 10 orders. Well, then you're doing me a disservice. You're giving him the opportunity to get the $150 for the same amount of orders that I'm doing. Maybe less work, maybe more work, doesn't matter. I'm still busting my ass for 10 orders, but I'm not getting any kind of bonus. I don't think that's fair. I think that they should offer the bonus to everybody, unless you have clarity and transparency in why you're selecting those specific people. You can't just say, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, but it's only for certain people, but I can't tell you why. That sounds so sketchy to me and so unbelievably unfair that I have to say that's an unethical way to do business. Like I said, it doesn't have to be them. It doesn't have to be the side gig. It can be any business, any company. CEO would never do that. They would never come out and say, hey, I'm going to give you a bonus, but I'm not going to tell you why. Certain people would get that. How would you feel if you were in the department? Okay, whether you're sales or not. Let's say you're in a company, and the CEO or the manager, not the manager, but the CEO comes out and says, okay, guys, I got a surprise for you. We're going to give you a bonus, but we're not going to tell you who we're going to pick to be able to get the bonus. It's not everybody that's going to get that chance. Only some of you will. All right, let's go, guys. Work, work, work. Right? How would you feel? Wouldn't you be like, what the hell? What do you mean? And then to make it worse, you find out who the bonuses are given to, and you notice a trend, and you notice that the stereotypes are popping out, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? That's what bothers me. After I complain, I get no orders. Like today, I got 2 orders all day. It's 6:30. It's almost 7 o'clock at night. I got 2 orders. They know that this is all I do for income. So the fact that I only got 2, and I also noticed that they're putting a lot of my preferred members attached to a bundle. I noticed that. And the second one is never anything that I can do. So it's like, let's say this preferred member lives 2 miles away from me. They always get the same thing. And they always tip me $15 the same day. Okay? A bundle will come in, that same preferred member, and then they'll attach one that's like down by the beach or past that bridge that I got to pay a toll for, that I've done twice already by accident because I forget. And it'll be like up the stairs or an apartment building with, with all of these, with no elevator and all these carts of water or something, Do you know what I'm saying? So they'll always screw it up in a way that I can't take it, so that I won't be able to take it. Because I think the algorithm catches up on what you're doing. I got migraines. Oh my God. So that's all I wanted to say. What's the solution here? The solution is to be vigilant. The solution is to keep a paper trail. Make sure that you record or write down any way you can, any conversation that you've had with whoever you had, get their name if it's on the phone. If you have to do it on the phone, I would try not to do it on the phone. Even if it's chat, take a screenshot. Keep your emails. Keep a little folder separately. Get screenshots of the orders that you accept, the order's address and phone number, address and name of the person, so that you can match it up so you know who's who in case they're not preferreds. And then when the tips come in, which I've gotten 4 tips today from 2 weeks ago, 2 from 2 weeks ago, 1 from a week ago, and 1 from like a few days ago. Random. And I noticed that they added a little caveat here on their stuff. Like, I noticed it right away. Tips may have additional time to reflect. Interesting. That wasn't there before. That wasn't on there before. Tips may have additional time to... That's fine. You can put that in there, but it doesn't matter because you'd have to still explain why they take time to reflect, especially if it's a month. We're getting off track. I know I'm talking about the tips, but it's still connected to the same thing because this is still the bonus, and this is still me complaining and having questions and being, I believe, punished for having those questions. So I cannot believe that I'm not getting anything in my area right now. And when I go outside just to check, I've done that a few times where I just go to the store just to walk around and pretend like I'm shopping, but I'm not. I'll see all these shoppers. And I'm like, these are new shoppers. These are people I've never seen before, that fit into that stereotype. And I notice, okay, so there is work in my metro, just not for me. That's okay. I'm not saying it's just all got to be for me, but there's nothing wrong with my stats. I've got a 4.90 on the stats. I should get some kind of work. And there shouldn't be any reason. And that's another thing, the stats. The stats are weird too. Sometimes the stats won't change right away, and it punishes you on the orders that you receive. So for example, my on time right now is 82%, which should be more. They say that they count it every 50 orders, but that's not true. Because I've noticed, if I'm late one time, this thing will drop 2% on every late order, 2%. And a lot of those orders are not late. Like, a lot of them are not late, and I've always asked for forgiveness. And this last one, it was a promo, and they still charged me. It showed late, and they said, no, that automatically falls right off. No, it doesn't really. No, it doesn't. Not before it hits the stats, right? And of course, that might take down the chances of getting the bonus as well. So it's almost like they try for you not to get that bonus because they don't want you to get that bonus. You know, they'd have to pay it out. They don't want to. So why would they want to? But so that's it. That is my thought. That's my solution. Just be vigilant and really pay attention to what's going on, because everybody's out to screw everybody else. Everybody's out to get money. Everybody seems to be cheaper, you know, and more greedy. And they sniff money and they want it no matter at what cost and no matter who you are. And there's no loyalty left anymore. It seems to me that the ethics have gone really down the drain as far as work goes. I have noticed that nobody really cares about anybody else, and that's just a shame. It's just a matter of, you know, being treated fairly, and I don't feel like I am. And I've definitely told them this and expressed this to them. Believe me, I have. I've told them exactly those words. I feel like you're holding it against me that I complain. I feel like I'm being treated differently. I feel like you're not giving me work. So not right. There's too many X's going on for me to ignore. But again, this is my experience. I'm putting it out there for you guys. You do whatever you want to do, and you think the way that you want to think, and you can, you know, form your own opinions, like I say. Okay? I'm just putting it out there. Just keep your eyes open. You know, be vigilant. This is your money, everybody. It's your money. You know, this is just crap right now. It's not fair. And all right, I'll talk to you soon. God bless you. And what do we say? We say ciao.